everyone, so today we are going to be doing our third soap in the January collection of icy soaps. And you guys, this one I was very happy with. The scent of it is amazing. We are doing a classic Coca-Cola SLUSHIE soap today. And you guys, when I say this one smells exactly like Coca-Cola, I don't know how they do it, but it smells exactly like a Coca-Cola. To me, it smells a lot like those gummy Coca-Cola bottle candies. It smells just like that. It's so crazy how they can capture the carbonation and the fizziness of the scent. You can totally smell it in this bar soap. So if you want to see how I create my Coca-Cola SLUSHIE soap, then please keep watching. Okay everyone, I have my base oils here, and as always my lye water solution here with my sodium lactate already added to it. And the fragrance oil today we are using is Nature's Garden Cola. That is already in my base oils. This smells so good and it's such a strong scent. This is actually the second soap I am making with that fragrance oil, so it's definitely one of my favorites. As always, we're going to start by mixing our lye water into our base oils. And as always, I'm going to mix this to emulsion with my stick blender. Okay, and I'm going to divide this off about half and half. Okay, and we're going to start. First off, I have my light color brown. This is just Desert Sage from TKB Trading with a little bit of dark brown from Jessica Bay. So I'm going to start by putting that into this larger container. And then in the smaller one, this one is just dark brown mica from Jessica Bay. That one is going into this one. So we're just going to do like a really subtle two-tone brown soap today. Okay, I'm going to pour just a little bit of this back in here to get some of that off there. Okay, I'm going to give that a really quick mix. Make sure those colors are all mixed in together. Okay, and then mixing up this one is our lighter brown. Okay, and we are just going to do a drop swirl with this one, so nothing that fancy. I'm just going to go back and forth with the two brown colors and just kind of create like a little swirl pattern. And as always, just for fun, I want to swirl the top of this just a little bit, just because I love doing it. Okay, I'm going to put this off to the side, and we are going to let this sit while I mix up the frosting. Okay, I have my piping here. It's just a little bit soft. I kind of wanted it set up more, but I need to get this piped. Hopefully it's not too soft, so we're just going to start piping it. Oh no! And I have a tear in my bag. Great. I hate when that happens. So I'm just going to double bag this and work with it that way. Okay, let's try this again. Like I said, the piping is a little bit soft still, and for some reason it kind of turned out a little chunky this time. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if that was from the fragrance oil or not, but we are working with this. I might let it set a little in between layers, because last time when I made the blue raspberry soap, kind of had like soap frosting landslide, and I don't want that to happen again. I'm gonna let this sit just for a few minutes. Hopefully it'll kind of like set or harden up a little bit, and then I will come back and pipe the rest of it. Okay, so I got this piped. I think that it will hold and be stable. So before we do the actual salts though, I do want to add the Inbeds. So the Inbeds that I have are these little Coke bottles. I thought that was very fitting for this one. And some just plain red paper straws. I was going to do the striped, but then I realized the other two soaps I did had red paper straws, so I didn't want all of them to like have the same color straw, so I thought that this would be a good little option to still do the red, but not have it look exactly the same. And I'm gonna do these first before I do the salts because I really want these little Coke bottles to stay in place, and I don't want the salt to like keep it from getting a good grip on the side of these. So I'm just gonna start by placing the little bottles on here, just kind of pushing them in. Make sure they're sticking really well. I want to set these like flat against the soap too, because these are very fragile and I don't want these to break. So this is the best placement for these. I think these little bottles are just so, so cute. I love them. Okay, I got the bottles on. We're gonna wait for the straws. We'll do the straws last. So now I'm just going to start adding the salts. And again, these are what the little salts look like. I did them the same way as all the other. They are just little colored Epsom salts with mica, sprayed with alcohol. And I'm just gonna start putting these all over here and just kind of loading these up. Again, I'm putting a lot more salts on here than what you think you want, because a lot of them will fall off. So if you start out with a little bit and a lot of them fall off, you're not gonna have nearly as much. So I kind of go overboard with this because I know that they're not all gonna stay. I also want to be a little bit strategic with how I place these when I get to the front side, because I don't want them to cover up my little Coke bottles, but I still want there to be salts on all sides of it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around and I'm gonna coat this side now. Okay guys, I think that's pretty much all the ones I'm gonna put on there for now. And now I'm just gonna turn them a little bit this way and let's put the straws in. All right, and that is how the soap turned out. I feel like this is so cute. I really like the little cola bottles on the side. I feel like they kind of might be a little obscure at first, but I just think it's so, so cute. And oh my God, you guys, I love this fragrance so much. It smells amazing. So we're gonna let this sit for a couple days and we will come back and cut it when it is ready. Okay everyone, we have our Coca-Cola soap ready to cut. This one is a little bit softer. It's probably only been about 2 days since I made this one, but we're gonna go ahead and cut it and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna take my soap, I'm gonna turn it on its side here. Make sure that everything's lined up well. And as always, we're gonna start by cutting a little end piece off here. Okay, and we are going to cut our first bar. Okay, and here is what the first cut looks like. I hope we get a little bit more swirling in the middle. Sometimes the end pieces, they don't get as much of swirling, but this is what it looks like so far. Oh, there we go. It's got a lot more swirl in it like I was wanting. That looks great so far. All right, and that is the last bar. I really, really like how the swirls turned out on these more middle pieces. I think it just looks great. I think the one thing I would do in the future if I make the soap again, and this is just like super nitpicky for me, but like I would probably add just a little bit of red to the brown colors just to kind of give them a little bit more warmth. They are a little bit on like the neutral to cool side brown, and compared to the little Inbed on here, I feel like if it was just a little bit warmer, it would kind of look a little bit more like the Coca-Cola kind of slush. But overall, I still really like this. I think this turned out great, and I think it's just such a fun bar of soap. Alright, and this is how my Coca-Cola soap turned out. This one is just so much fun. It is one of those really amazing smells that I don't get how they can create a scent that smells so authentic to it. It smells amazing, and this one is another one of those stronger scents. So you guys, if you are a little sensitive to scents, this one definitely is a very strong scent, which I like because then the scent totally lasts in the bar. It doesn't disappear after a few uses, and this is a really good scent. If you like that fizzy, sweet, syrupy Coca-Cola type of scent, this is a great bar of soap to try. So if you are interested in purchasing one of these bars of soap, they will be available on my Etsy page on Saturday, January 1st at 12 Central Standard Time. Question of the day is, what is your least favorite icy flavor? I know there's like a whole bunch that I'm not a huge fan of, but if I had to say, I think my least favorite would be, I don't know, maybe like an orange flavor. But what is your least favorite icy or slushy flavor? So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. Link is below, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.